Dragons. I will be your Dungeon Master. Last we left our adventuring party, you guys had finished up Hollow Steep with defeating a very unique undead. Afterwards, you guys came out, took a long rest, believe? Right?
Yep.
Leveled
We
up.
camped it.
To level 3, so if you haven't upped your stuff, make sure it's up to date. And upon investigation of some of the stuff that the undead had on him, you found clues to a bastion further up on the mountain cliff side. Vaughn was infected with a mutagen.
He got better.
Fjord.
I yelled at him this week. He was saying, yeah, and Bond. I was like, we have no bond. It's Fjord.
Was infected with a very unique substance because he decided to lick blood. As such, he pulled through his sickness, and you all had... That's right, you guys had stayed and rested for a couple of days waiting for him to get better.
Where'd Twitch go? I'm confused.
Yep. Are you okay?
It's computers.
I went to DMD Beyond and the sign in with Twitch option is gone.
The Twitch option?
That's what I sign in with. Continue. I'll try and suffer in silence.
You'll figure out how to get there somehow.
Okay. As such, you all had decided after waking up the last day, Bond feeling better, to head towards the bastion. And that's where we left off. So, what would you guys like to do?
I will say that during that 1 day of downtime, Warden would have used his 3 spell slots to cast Good Berry right before the long rest, so I can stock up on 30 good berries.
And then did you also use your new spell? The ritual one? Find familiar?
Did I use it? Like,
Yeah.
am I going to right now?
No, like you did during the rest.
Did you?
Yes, totally.
Do you have a familiar?
I do now.
Okay.
What is it?
It's an owl. Could it be an owl?
It can be an owl. Yep. You can actually, there's a spot to add a familiar. And it's all the way at the end, I believe.
Yeah, it's under extras.
Extras, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I wish I could do that.
Yeah, unless you had a bunch of wild shapes there.
Manage extras?
Yep. And then over on the
Just
sidebar,
manage extras, and I guess you do something
click
else
the
up
scroll
there.
down.
Like a familiar?
Choose
Yep.
a category.
And then... I just type owl.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do any of those things. Yes, sir.
Can you
I
guess
know
how
how
you
you feel. I know
Can
how
you
you
guess what
feel.
new spell I've prepared to detect poison and disease?
That's a good one.
You can detect it if you just get it.
You had no problem detecting it before. What do you did it before?
Alright, what does your owl look like?
I didn't ask that. I just figured this one out. You didn't tell me to do this part when we did everything else.
Is it a barn owl? Is it a hoot owl? Is it a barbed owl? Is
Oh,
it
y'all
a...
have to give me a minute.
Is it a forest owl?
Just remember, if you pull up a picture of Harry Potter's owl.
Harry Potter.
Harry
Harry Potter? What?
Harry Potter. Harry Potter.
Harry Pothead.
Oh, the sorting hat puts you in the house of dank.
How am I on
The house of bong. Will
the
be
exhaustion from, like, was I able to recover while I
Yeah.
was sick? Okay.
So, anybody else do anything during their day of downtime waiting on Bond? Or Victor?
The old
Good.
fuck dude.
Zoran's
The
really
range-
confused about how Fjord is like melding into this rabbit creature, Goliath back and forth. But he's been sitting with him to keep an eye on him to make sure he's okay.
Okay.
We're all hallucinating around here. The mist.
I am still embroidering his name. But since he's living, I did his
dead
name
yet.
like in calligraphy. I haven't built the like gravestone around. Just
Okay.
his name's in the center. He's like, he looks like he's gonna live. Well,
All right.
I can put him in a cottage or something now.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I have no active condition.
What's the average of a D10?
5 for
Six.
hit
Six?
die. 6.
Okay.
It's always
5.5 technically, but it's
Yeah.
6 for hit points. D&D Beyond should just give you your average. So
Yeah, I didn't want to do the average. I was a roll.
you just roll.
Yeah, I did. I already rolled. I rolled the average. So that.
All right. So-
D10, you have average odds of
ChatGPT
doing
hasn't
better.
told me yet.
50-50 chance. Barbarians are the only ones that have a better
Right.
chance of
Mm.
beating
Everybody
their
Zelda
average.
stuff.
Because their die is so big. That's why we sorcerers, we don't roll.
It's gonna take a minute because it's been doing really slow for images.
Oh, you're pulling up the image.
Yeah.
All right. On the morning of Bond's fever breaking and him coming back to full health, it's kind of windy. A light rain is coming down, not heavy, just enough to kind of like give you that Times, from London mist coming down. As you guys are packing up and getting ready to head on out towards the Shrouded Bastion, plotting your journey, you'll know it'll take about a full day hike from where you're at, depending on the climb up through the mountain pass. Is there anything you guys like to do before heading out? And we're waiting on Griselda's image to load.
Is there any, like, if you're feeling better, is there any hunting to be done here before we get further up in the tree? Line, or-
Depends on how our food stock's looking, probably.
I mean, I have food, I just would prefer to still have food later, maybe get a deer or something around here.
I got them nasty dried rations. It's not the same as something juicy.
You got your berries. I got my berries. Keep you full for one day.
That's not as satisfying.
It's not.
No.
Do you want to hunt?
I would love to go out there and prove that I'm healthy with the bow.
Sure. Go ahead and make me a nature check.
Nature, give me 1 second. I gotta get back to my sheet. Making sure I'd done everything when I leveled up.
Found the Twitch option.
Yeah. I was on the sign up for new one page, not
Oh.
the sign in. You can't sign up with Twitch. Cuckoo, 5.
5. As you find some tracks that look like squirrel tracks running around close by where you guys are. You do spot possibly a game trail. You don't know what type of beast it is that will run through it.
I am gonna begrudgingly say, maybe I do need help. Just a little bit.
Can I help with either nature or survival or something like that?
I'll let you do survival since since he did a nature check.
What kind of flowers do you like, Ward?
I'm efficient in survival.
It's one of the red ones.
9.
Can it be any red
I rolled
one?
a 2.
It's one of the... Sure.
You see the game trail that he was pointing at.
Get some
It
red.
looks big enough for maybe like a small deer or boar. As you look at the tracks, you're not sure how old they are, or even what type, as it's been kind of misting and raining a little bit, so a little muddy. Do you guys want to follow it?
I'd also say that Warden's probably not trying very hard. to help track down animals that might get killed, and even though he's not.
I'm trying to get
doesn't
you
do it,
to just.
He's not against it. By any
You're
means.
probably compelled to factually say yes. A creature would be this way.
Yeah. Be like, hey, what'd you say? Like maybe a boar or a deer.
Kind of treat like the guy that wants to point out the facts. And I was like, yes.
All right. As you guys follow the trail, it takes you probably a good 20 or 30 minutes till you find some more signs, broken branches, maybe a couple of ruts in the tree. As you continue to follow the signs, you can start to hear some grunting off in the
Some loud grunting.
Open mouth grunting.
As you sit there and can hear some small grunting off into one of the bushes, probably about 20 or 30 feet away from you.
Said go ham and destroy the whole bush. No, that's kidding.
Hey!
Yeah, let's go investigate that bush. I'm gonna sneak up on the mother flower.
Okay, go ahead and make me a stealth check.
Bam, 19.
19.
Nice.
I have a +9 in stealth.
Hey, you feel pretty
Alright.
stealthy. As you kind of come around one of the trees and kind of get down low to stalk your prey, you can see what looks to be a medium-sized looking boar, probably about 150, 160 pounds. It's got two gleaming tusks as it's rutting the ground, looking like it's eating maybe like a mushroom.
I try and sign to you, and I'm just insistent. One of you guys has got to learn sign language. I'm like, have you seen a boar before?
I got this for you.
Not before today.
Part 1.
Where he's just like tilting his head and scanning all of its movements and logging it for later.
Get over here, I'm gonna wrestle it.
Uh-huh. I knew you'd like them. Because I also know you like to cook. They're kitchen knives.
They're not just any kitchen knives. They actually sheathe on themselves.
You gonna show your friend? Andrew? That I got you for Father's Day?
Yes, I know it's a late Father's Day gift, but
The boar would just be.
I'm gonna wrestle it. I'm holding it long enough for him to get a look, so you
Yeah,
can
I'm scanning it
add it
like
to the
like
file
a robot
system, and then we're gonna
for
take
my
it
next
out.
form.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Oh, right. I'm not as good at hand-to-hand, am I? Oh, well, that's a 10.
She's been down for a few days. You're extra spry today.
Just,
Can you just shot it?
I guess. Yeah. Does it have to be alive?
He's looking at it and like just making mental notes, and then he's like, subject is able to rage. Have advantage on attacks when bloody. I'm good.
I don't think our wrath will be good, but
What'd you get?
a 10.
10 misses it. As it hears you as you start to come out of your stealth to make the attack. Oh wait, you were stealth. You get advantage on that.
Oh yeah. Okay. I didn't think about that. Mm-hmm.
What's your
Second one was a 1.
Proceed.
As you
Carry on.
This is on you. You kept calling me Bond.
I'll eat that
Because
one.
the way they
I'll eat
curse.
that one. As you kind of come out of the brush to wrestle this boar, it hears you and is able to sidestep as you grab nothing. And now you are inches away, face to face with this boar, as it squeals.
What's it sound like? No. What's it sound like?
It sounds like a cat dying.
Okay, thanks.
Forward. What?
Go ahead and
Spoke my name.
roll me a d20.
5 on the 20.
Cool, that's a natural 20 for me, so the boar will go first.
Okay. Do it.
Victor and Warden, you guys can go after
Excuse me.
at the same time. So we'll just do this imagination mind. It's going to.
But you don't have a boar map and everything to lay out? What the
Yeah, come on, man.
No,
Unprepared.
it's going to go ahead and try and take a swipe at you, Bjord.
17 armor class.
It misses. As it does, it kind of looks like it's kind of like taking a weird stance, like a bull would.
Oh.
I'd rather fight a bull.
Okay. He ain't running. Good.
I mean, you
You
look
broke
almost
into his house. What are you
you're
talking
like
about?
eye level with this dude, so he doesn't know how big you are, and he doesn't see the weird creature that's behind you that's glowing
What?
green eyes.
You want something else?
So your guys' turn.
Huh? Don't you?
You got anything in particular you want to do before I get to stabbing?
Do your thing.
Alright, time to whip out
I'm
the
just going to
short sword and the
Yes, I know you
Kopesh.
just to.
Where do you
Yeah.
guys think those two got off to?
You probably could hear
Huh?
the scream of this damn.
Petra looks up and she's like, huh?
Never mind. I think that's it.
Put my rose garden in the cottage.
Nope, that's not right.
Boars are mean as shit. I was
That's
expecting
a
it to
21 to hit.
That will hit.
I'm guessing Warden's with him, and Warden can keep him alive.
Oh, that's 15. No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay,
Oh, hey,
it's
baby,
6,
how are
7,
you?
8, 13.
What's up?
13.
Good girl.
I don't know, whatever a short sword does. I don't know what this symbol means.
D6.
Piercing.
Yeah.
And,
Okay.
and then I'll use my bonus action. He's vexed, so I'll have.
Tastes like Arby's.
Advantage on the second attack.
That is the word.
It took me a second, okay? Oh, I don't roll 2 on the second attack. Just kidding, I knew that. Well, that's going to be 15 to hit either way.
That does hit.
It's just 3 if you don't add anything on the spec offhand, right?
Correct.
Right.
Unless you got two-handed. Yeah,
Correct.
that's it.
Tell me how you kill it.
Oh, yeah. What? Across the neck, down the head.
Okay. And then and it falls.
Warden was spooling up mimicry of its sound with Druidcraft, and he was going to make the same, try to mimic that sound with boar, and then his lunar core kicks in and it like modulates down 3 levels and it becomes super deep. Just he was going to attempt to try to intimidate it away.
As you kill the beast and fell it, it falls limp to the ground. As it does, you can hear some smaller rutting off into the bush. As you can see, what looks to be like a smaller baby boar running off. Probably only about 20 pounds.
You're going to eat the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Right now?
Over the next 2 or 3 days. Do we want a pet?
I think we have enough.
Alright.
Alright.
I'm just gonna pick it up. I shouldn't be much trouble as a giant. And,
Sure, go ahead and make me a strength check.
I mean, it's well within my
Cubbies.
Kujimuwatsu. Strength.
Yep.
11, just raw
Yeah.
strength.
Sure. You're able to heft it. It is a little heavier than you thought as you go and lift it and put it over. As you do, blood starts to run down your back and your shoulder.
That's the fun part.
As it is bleeding out on you. As you carry it back to camp.
Yeah, I got a lot
So you
of
know you
survival.
should just gut it and bleed it out here before you carry it back.
Yeah, I love the.
Oh, I'm just moving it away from the baby so I don't gotta see it.
Think the baby's gonna seek revenge?
Maybe.
Oh. Might be like the owl bear in freaking Baldur's Gate.
There's a big difference between what Victor knows and what Fjord knows about what to do with an animal.
I've never been hunting, but I've read an incredible amount of stuff about hunting. But no, I went hunting one time.
Only thing I've killed is chickens. The stuff I stepped on.
Also, you just don't want to leave the blood trail back to camp.
That's why you bleed it and get it here, and you don't want to do that near camp.
Sounds
'cause
like
that
I've been
attracts-
vetoed on dragging it back like this. I will start processing.
Well, no,
Go get-
no.
That was straight because I didn't know about it. And they're all making.
I mean, but would you know about it?
I wouldn't. Fjord probably
His
would have
character's
known.
trained in survival.
He
which
would've
means
known that.
He knows how to hunt.
Absolutely.
He's a ranger.
Yeah, he would have known.
Maybe he doesn't
I
hunt.
didn't know.
Big game animals. Maybe he's more of a fisherman, or
Oh no,
You
he's
still
never
gut
been.
the fish, not near your camp.
well, you
'cause
do
it
that in
attracts
the water
people.
because it's just easier to clean. But all right, as you string it up,
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Bleed
Bleed
it.
everybody.
I don't want to watch that anyway. Okay.
as you go to quarter it and field dress it, it takes you probably another, with that size of a beast, probably 20-30 minutes. And that's doing it quickly without worrying about damaging the pelt and stuff like that. So you do have one boar pelt, but it's damaged from the skinning. And you have about 200 pounds of meat.
Gordon gets back to the camp and it's like, "You guys ready to go? Fjord is disemboweling your breakfast."
Sounds delicious.
How big a boar is it? I mean, looking at the boar, how big is it?
It's about a 200-pound boar.
200 pounds of it.
Yep. It's a big boy.
So yeah, we probably need
Jerky.
to dress that out, split it up.
Yeah, you would know that. Watching all those survival shows.
Yeah, jerky. Do we have salt?
No, we left town in a hurry. Petra would only know is it served on the plate and what sauce to go with it. That's
Well,
about it. Chris knows a lot about survival.
What's your survival at?
My survival.
So
Yeah.
it takes
I'm
10 to 15
proficient
minutes
in it.
to
Plus 3 though.
What's your
10 to
survival?
15 minutes to skin it.
What's your survival?
I've got a +5. Do you want
Plus 5. Yeah, you mean you would still know that you can cure the meat by smoking it, just like you would.
Fjord's not kosher. We don't gotta use
Yeah, we
salt.
don't.
I mean, I'm a fire giant. Like, we're gonna use some fire.
They also know smoke skin.
You don't need to know what the government.
4 to 6
puts in that
hours
salt
of this
control.
training. The nice thing about making a jerky is you can pack it with the salt and all that crap and just start moving. It'll take care of itself to some extent.
Well, we need a bag of holding to put all our meat in.
Because I played D&D for so long that you had to know that stuff as a player. It didn't matter what your character did. So I wanted to know that.
So first 1,000 gold we get, we spend it on food storage.
I have 12. You have
How
it.
much?
Oh, isn't that how much it costs?
1,000?
No.
She had to poop upwind.
What?
All right. So as you guys build a fire, cook the meat.
I'm amazed by
smoke
it.
the
You
meat,
think we can get 1,000 gold pieces? in
probably
here?
another 2 hours before you guys are able to actually hit the road. What does your owl look like now?
I put it in Discord.
Oh, is it?
The full.
Yeah.
Why's he got a cataract eye?
That's its magical arcane.
Why is it
power.
always 17 updates exactly every freaking time?
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Is
Nix
that some special
is the
number
name?
for Discord?
It means night in Greek.
Means a lot of things.
All right. As you guys eat your food and smoke your meat,
Tina, eat your food.
you guys are ready to head up to the trail.
Yep.
All right. As you
I
depart,
love him.
as the party departs, wind-swept mist of Hollow Steep, the landscape begins to rise sharply into teeth of the mountain, jagged and gray like ancient broken fangs gnawing at the sky. The trail is no true road, merely a path carved by time and erosion, and occasionally you can see what looks to be like scarring along the trail. The ground underfoot is laced with cracks and shale, broken slate, and narrow veins of quartz that catch the fading sunlight and glint of light like pale fire. The growing incline steeper with each mile, forcing the party into a tight single-filed march, or at best two abreast, where the path widens. A weathered wheel rut hints at a long time past when a supply cart braved the route, but the stone is too fractured now for anything but sure-footed beast or determined adventurers. You can see shrubby alpine vegetation clinging to life here. Low gnarled bush, thorned and dry, the leaves silvered to protect from the high winds. Patches of these bushes and thistles and pungent moss known locally as iron rot carpet the more shaded crevices. Trees are a rare commodity, but the wind stunted the pines, and twisted iron of wood gnarled like arthritic fingers towards the sky, offering little shade but a sense of quiet watchfulness. As you guys are heading up, it takes you guys probably about an hour or so of this incline and trail walking. You can see various signs of different types of trails that kind of lead off higher into the foothills, going in opposite directions. Who's leading the party?
I'd say that Echo's probably close to 100 feet out ahead, just kind of like scouting forward, and Warden's occasionally like looking through its eyes and returning his focus back to where he's at.
Okay. But who's in front? Because Echo is flying up high, looking around for the advantage. I will have him make a perception check, but who's close?
Forward.
Okay, front.
You're a woodsman, correct?
Yeah.
I'm strictly city.
I'll be up front with Fjord because it's mountainy area, so I might know something.
Sure. All right.
And I have the map, the book with the map in it.
Yep.
18 perception.
18. You do see what looks to be like a couple of winged creatures kind of flying around off in the distance. Nothing that looks like it's really on your trail right now, but it's just something to kind of keep note.
Am I able to tell if they're like bestial in nature or something different that I'm not as familiar with?
The only thing you can make out is you can see what looks to be like wings of a bird and a beak. The back end of it looks a little different than a normal bird. Viewer?
What you want?
Go ahead and make a survival with Griselda. Giving you advantage. Yeah, because you have proficiency.
Side advantage.
Yep.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that's a net 20 with a 25.
Awesome. You can find what looks to be like mountain fox fur with your narrowed eyes. Watching off in the distance, you can see what looks to be like broken stone. As you get closer and inspect the rocks, it looks like some type of creature with a very sharp or pointed beak kind of hit into it, as you can see some feathers around the area. You do see a small path in the shade that has like an orange blood and dusk blue, along with different type of feathers. You can see off in the distance kind of some cave goats that are kind of climbing the mountain as they're jumping up and down different areas. You also can see what looks to be like a small rock formation off in the distance, which Griselda actually points out as she's looking at the journal.
See it right here. We're supposed to go that way, guys.
Does it look like a natural rock formation or a made rock formation?
Made.
Do I have any idea what the signs of that creature is that was breaking the rocks?
Warden would be like, do you guys know of any creatures that start as a bird but end as something else?
What do you mean?
He would try to point out where he's seen them. I guess trying to triangulate through where Echo saw it. So.
Yeah, it would be over the mountain cliff of where you guys are.
What do you mean in? Like transform or
Like bottom half.
oh,
like
top
end
half
of-
one thing, bottom half something else?
Yes.
Like a heartbeat?
So what's the top half?
Bird.
Beaks and feathers.
And the bottom half is
Something else.
something you just don't recognize?
Do I recognize the back half as maybe something else?
Where did he grow up?
Man, he hasn't had much time on this place. Just in a generic forest before we took a boat over, so maybe wherever that would have been.
Can I send Nyx up?
Yeah, you can send Nyx up.
Let me do that.
Who?
My owl.
Oh my god!
As Nyx goes up, and you kind of send him in the direction that Echo is.
So I started
do
asking
you try to
questions. Is it
go
furry?
and
Is
look
it
through
this?
its
Is it
eyes?
Yes.
As you do, you can sit there and see what looks to be like some type of winged creature. Looks like only one right now, and you can see it has a beak, wings, and the tail end of it. If you were growing up in just a generic forest, it maybe reminds you of if you would have ever come across like a wolf or maybe a bobcat type of back end. That's
And a
what
wolf. So I might recognize that.
yeah, it kind of looks like that. That's the closest thing you would be able to approximate it to. You growing up into a proper forest, you would know it would be more like a panther or a creature like that.
I'm gonna roll Arcana and attempt to see if I know.
Sure.
Yay.
Back half is
City
lupine,
girl.
maybe feline. I can't tell from this distance.
That'll be a total of 10, so I doubt I know what the hell that is.
No.
I know it ain't right. Things with the
It
front.
doesn't look like it's
Things that
coming
are
in
half and
closer to
half
you
are
guys
usually bad.
or the trail that you guys are on, though. It's just off in the distance, flying around.
I don't think it's going to bother us for now.
You know what it is?
Um,
Oh crap! You might roll better than me.
For you, I would say a history.
damn. History.
Yep.
What's your roll so well?
Modified 20.
Modified 20. Through your research through the tower, you would have come across a monster book that has some of the more generic and basic monsters in it. You remember winged creature as you go through and pull out of your pack and kind of flip through the pages. You're able to spot one creature in your book that has those descriptive marks, and it's labeled Griffin.
Dude, that is a griffin, guys.
What?
Griffins are not
You better
I pull out my book of creatures, and it's way different. It's a cookbook.
New data entry logged. How do you spell griffin? Don't actually put it. I just spell it.
Usually you yell at panic more than you spell
I'm
it.
still not familiar with that, but it's a wilderness thing. Don't have them in the city. I don't know about them.
You know that they're an intelligent beast with a body of a lion and have wings, 4 legs, and a head of an eagle. A griffin has a body of a lion, head of, I already said that, the 4 limbs, end in sharp talons, but is not always the case. An adult griffin can be 8 feet or 2.4 meters long. The wingspan can be 25 feet. The average griffin weighs 500 pounds. Especially griffins
I like horse size.
in their lairs exude a mix of 2 smells: a musky odor of a great cat and the scent of a falconer's mew. They are known to be somewhat intelligent, though a penchant for aggression. Young griffins are generally not combative.
Yeah.
So
We'll
don't
leave
mess
it.
with it.
Yeah. It's way out there. It's not bothering us. Let's keep going.
I just hope it doesn't have a desire for people food.
For the feathers that you found, Bjord.
Yeah.
I mean, they look like bird feathers. They could be the griffin's feathers, but you do sense some type of magic coming from it that kind of like instinctively makes you want to pick them up.
Put it in my head and call it my griffin.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's 3 of them.
Magic person. How do? With this.
As he hands it, you kind of feel that compelling to take it.
Do those things have a good sense of smell?
What,
For
griffins?
griffins? Do we get a good sense of smell?
Griffins,
Griffins?
they have an average.
I wanna. I start prestidigitating meat to not smell like meat or so fresh.
As you guys pass the marker of the stones that are kind of arranged in a very interesting looking geometric shape, you guys continue to move further. As you bend a corner, you can see more of those little feathers, or the feathers that Bon had picked up, or not Bon, that Bjord had picked up. And you can also see what looks to be like some more blood. Trying to make sure. These feathers look a little bit more of a gray and green that drift down all the way to the felt of the feather. As that happens, you start to hear, as the wind picks up, very soft echoing sound that kind of emanates through the cavern that you guys are walking through. Can I get everyone in the party to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw, unless you cannot be charmed, please. If you can't be charmed, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
What?
Oh no.
Jeez.
Look at you.
Oh, jeez, Rick.
Oh, jeez, Rick.
I'll get advantage of that.
I can be charmed.
You're a little
You can be
cutie.
charming.
I'm proficient in it. Can I multiply?
Wisdom, right?
Yep.
Oh, thank God for that advantage.
I'll use a charge of my built for success to add a d4 to it.
Brazil.
I'm going to use my Tides of Chaos. Oh, much better. That's actually got 2 numbers in it.
Okay. We'll go Zelda.
13.
13. It's a
19.
pass. 19 is a pass.
11.
That is
Not a bad.
no. That's a pass.
16.
16. That's a pass.
22.
22. That is a pass. You all pass as you feel this magic kind of want to compel you to come closer to the song.
You guys feel that?
Huh?
I asked everybody if they felt.
You feeling it, Mr. Krabs?
Oh, she asked.
Yeah.
Asked that.
Yeah, I did.
Go. There's
What?
nothing there for
Did
you.
you guys feel that?
I hear something that's weird. It's making me
Making you.
want
That-
to get closer to it.
That's
I
the
guess.
feeling. I didn't ask what was heard. I asked what you felt.
I feel like they're trying to get us.
Sorry, I don't articulate my feelings fast enough to make you happy, Zone. Have to think through the process.
Go ahead and make me a perception check as you round the corner.
Wow. It's not a high number. 8.
Higher than mine. I betcha.
As you can hear the song, it kind of gets a little bit louder as you round the corner, but you don't see where the source of it's coming from. And as you guys can look, that is the map that you guys are on. Where would you guys like to go?
Around the corner.
We'll use Bjord right now to be the one that moves for everybody. So wherever he moves to, that is where you guys will end up.
I say we try and move as quietly as we can. It's gonna say something.
Hey!
We'll follow aboard.
Alright. So you guys gonna try and stealthily move?
Sure.
Yeah.
Stuff as I can.
Sure. Then go ahead.
After will
Make a
if everybody else
stealth
is.
check for everybody, please. Yeah, everybody makes it.
+1.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. My incredibly high numbers on the one. Back there tripping over rocks and kicking rockets and then it over the side.
Slow gravel slide down like 10 feet.
Oh, that was close. There's an edge over there. You see that?
Alright, what did everyone roll? We'll start with Ryan.
8.
8. Okay.
19.
19.
10.
Okay.
6.
21.
21. Alright. You guys, as you guys start to head over and get around the next bend, I'm assuming that's where you guys are heading. As you do, a couple of you kick a couple of rocks that kind of fall and start making loud noises as they fall down the ravine off to the side.
Oh, good. Let us see the rocks.
Stealthfully is not the key word there. As you do, the song gets louder. As it does, you can kind of start to hear what sounds like flapping from something large and winged.
I crouch down enough so that I am not all that tall anyways, but make sure like these two are taller. Because I'm looking at the other people and like, I can't crouch down that far.
As I'm just like,
but I do that little
camouflage.
shrink down just a little bit.
As you guys get a little bit further down, you can see what looks to be like a carving in the side of the mountain right about here. I don't know if you guys can see that ping. Okay.
I think shift throw us there.
Yeah.
You hold shift when you do it.
As you look at that section, you can see what looks to be like a very intricate looking symbol that kind of reminds you of the ledger that you're looking at. It looks like...
It's a fast travel point. We're gonna pull Gale out.
I mean, it's making the travel faster, yeah.
Oh, hit the wrong one. Maybe? It's it looks like a
What? I'm just trying my own
gnarled,
paw.
sprawling
Not for
root
nobody.
that has several spindle columns stylized as if they're blooming upwards. Sprouting from the top are 7 twisted petals, each shaped to reflect some type of creature. A fiendish horn, a sunken undead eye, some type of worm claw, a fang of some sort, a beautiful looking leaf, and a tentacle, as well as a metallic shard, are the 7 protrusions coming off of this leaf, if you will. And kind of looks like this right here. If it will load.
And I pull out some parchment and sketch.
Ooh. Give me a sec, I'll make it bigger.
Sketch a picture of this.
That's what she said.
My incredibly high calligraphy skill.
Vaughn, as you look at it, it kind of feels like it calls to you. Or viewer. Today.
The ice creamy viewer.
It's sour.
Blame it on the mash.
The monster mash.
I did the mash.
So that picture's in the
So
in the
like
ledger
it-
that I see. Is that
Yeah,
how-
that's what you see on the top of the ledger, but it's also kind of carved into the mountain there. Not in painstakingly detailed as that picture. It's just
I'm assuming it's a little bit more weathered or something
Yeah.
like that. Is this sound still? Do we still hear the haunting sounds or whatever it was? on
no.
the-
You can still hear the beating of what looks like or sounds like flapping.
Look it up.
As you look up,
Gives me advantage.
you don't see anything.
Yeah.
Well, the longer we sit still, the better chance it's gonna have a tracking us. So. let's keep
So
moving.
we go up or down or which way? There's a route that leads down.
Well, maybe the carving is
Indicates that.
the right direction. If it's a fork in the path, and that's the one that's marked. Did we check the other way to see if there was a mark on that one?
I'll send Echo down that way. Scout ahead. Let's see
As
if
Echo goes down,
No, that's a cliff. No,
as
Those
Echo,
aren't steps?
Echo going down to the path below.
Yeah.
still a cliff right there.
As Echo goes down, she catches movement ascending from the ravine. As she does, she sits there and sees something kind of humanoid with wings flying up. As it does, you hear a loud screech, and this is if everyone can move where Bjord is.
Maybe. Oh, wrong button.
Mess with everybody.
Can't touch it.
I've already gone off the cliff. Sorry, my map's too big.
Oh, Petra, no!
I don't have
Fire
feather fall
giant.
either. I really thought about getting fire. Feather
Throw
fall,
some berries down after you.
No, I cannot pre-heal myself. I have to be conscious in the bottom to heal myself. I bounce really well though. Petra's got
As these guys
pretty
show
decent
up.
hit points.
And one of them will, as soon as they come up, take a swipe at Soren.
I've been able to warn us.
Oh yeah,
sometime.
when you glance over your
Get
shoulder,
surprised.
Petra's going like.
You'd
I will
have
be
been
hit.
getting it as they were flying up. They were already on their ascent up, since you guys didn't get charmed. And you guys made all that noise kicking the rocks down.
Yeah, we rolled. The dice did not like us.
That's an 11 to hit.
That misses.
Okay, that was the first attack. And the second one is even worse, so does not hit. And I get everyone's roll initiative.
Hell yeah, brother.
Alright. And this is what they look like enlarged.
My dice did not like me. I assume they're herpes or something.
It's like my ex-wife.
They're unpleasant looking.
What are we doing for dinner? What is this? Beer.
Or guys getting liquored up so I can tolerate this during the game.
Yeah, that's
Beauty pie.
not surprising.
Yeah. Yeah. Beauty pie.
Oh.
It's not. It's not really. But.
That's what I
Alright, Warden.
6.
Just a ew.
Petra.
2.
Zoran.
5.
God dang it.
Griselda.
12.
Bjord.
18. Entered.
Sweet.
Should have. Yep.
Yep, go ahead and roll me a d6. 5.
1.
Alright, the monsters will go first.
I guess I better read my traits.
Alright. First hit against Bjorn. Misses. Second. I'm assuming a 13 misses you?
Yeah.
Okay. 19.
19 does hit.
And misses. So you will take 3 points of slashing damage from one claw. Soaring. That'll miss. That'll miss. That'll miss. That'll definitely miss.
We like all the missing.
Yep.
Missing is cool.
Bjord.
I'm going to Hunter's Mark, the one to my left, or right, or whatever. The one that's not below me.
Okay.
And then... Right, ow! I hit the crossbeam thing. Would I be able to whip out both my weapons, or just the one on my
unless
melee
you have the
weapons?
feet.
Okay.
Unless you have two up fighting, which will let you whip out both.
Right. Okay, well, I'll just pull out the short sword.
Okay.
And start getting that with that guy. That's going to be 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that'll be...
Is red the hit points? Or blue the hit points?
9
I
damage.
have to look. Whatever one of mine is an
Theoretically.
11 is my armor class.
9 to hit? Or 9
Oh!
damage?
So that should be
I forgot about the Hunter's Mark. 10.
10.
And I know if it has vulnerabilities
So the
and
red is
resistances
hit
and
points.
what they are
Blue
for the
is
Hunter's Mark.
Nope.
AC.
He doesn't have any. Okay. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, that was my action and bonus action.
Okay. Griselda?
God, I get to go over this.
And if you want to do something with your familiars, because they are there, you guys can just do it. Because I think for you it's a bonus action to command.
So
Alright.
that's my next.
Nope.
No? They just have their own turn?
They just have their own turn.
Okay,
They don't.
then they just go.
There's very limited number of things they can do.
Okay. Then they just go right after you. If you want them to do anything.
My next attack roll. Before the end of my next turn. Okay. Put you guys back in line.
Let's see. I'm going to use my Starry Wisp.
Okay.
The one below Bjork.
Okay.
To hit.
That does hit.
Five radiant damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Okay.
No bonus action. No. And then, so then it's my owl. Then it's Nyx's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Can Nyx just do the help action for me? Is that how it works?
What is it? I forgot what the help does.
Give her advantage on her next attack.
Okay.
Or anybody's next attack. If that's. You can do it for somebody else, or you can do it for yourself. Or,
Oh, okay.
so she can help.
Oh, I can send.
You can send the owl to help you, somebody else. Depends on what you're throwing.
Yes.
You're throwing saving throws or throwing attacks at people. Are you making attack rolls? I don't know. Sorry, Wisp.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
So, yeah, then you could just help yourself, so you'll have advantage on throw.
Okay. So it's gonna help you or help anybody else? Help you? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright. Warden.
For bonus action, I'm in a wild shape, and the bottom half of him will start to correlate to what he had seen the bottom half of the griffin as. So it's like feline form coiling up,
Mm-hmm.
and he takes a kind of a running jump at the wall and starts to shapeshift mid jump, and the front half of him kind of approximates what he thinks a lion might look like, or he's gonna shift into a lion, but the front half might be like an approximation of a lion, like
Sure.
it's, like got some lupine features and hills.
So it's half line, half question mark.
Yeah, it's
Supposed
supposed
to
to
be more like a house cat face.
I just imagine it looks like a kid's drawing at
Yeah.
this point.
and there's probably
Like the
still some
professional
feathers,
artist
but
back
it's not
here,
fine.
the kid finishes it.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead and.
And he's got pack tactics.
Yep.
24 to hit.
That does it.
Nice.
8 slashing damage for the first attack.
Okay.
And you're a large, right? For a line?
Large creature, yeah.
I don't need to change them, just saying. I was just trying to figure out how big you were.
Same thing on the second attack. 24.
Yep.
5 slashing damage on that one.
Okay. Does he get knocked prone or anything? Or?
No. The lion basically just has pack tactics and kind of a pounce. It's a running leap, so he can do like a 25-foot jump.
Okay.
And then I don't know where I'm at, where that puts me. If this thing is like kind of hugging up against the wall, I imagine he'd like run up against the wall, double swipe, and kind of fall.
Yeah, I imagine he would double swipe and then like turn around and use the back of the legs to kind of kick off the creature and back onto solid ground.
Yeah.
That's
Alright,
fine.
That's it.
All right. Zoran.
Yeah, I'm gonna attack the one
animals are
that
friendly enough.
Warden is attacked there between.
But Petra.
I was trying to remember the name myself.
Oh,
I kept wanting to say lore for some reason, but
they're written down on there, aren't they?
yeah, but they're tiny.
It's very tiny.
I'm gonna attack that one right there next. Oh, maybe I'll hit something
That's
this
all
time.
together, so I'm like zoomed in.
16 to hit.
16 does hit.
Zoom in according to how close we are to
Oof.
Yeah, I've got getting that laptop on my to-do list.
7 damage.
7 damage. Nice. All
And
right.
that's it.
That's it.
Dave, look at Discord.
Petra, you're up.
Petra throws her hand out on to like Zoran's shoulder. Bonus action, I cast Dragon Breath,
Okay.
and then I turn and breathe a 15-foot cone of this green, black, and like a light, like lime green streams kind of through it.
Okay.
Cone of acid out to hit those two.
Okay.
I will spend a point of meta magic so that it's careful and doesn't hurt my companions.
Perfect. They need to make a dex save.
They need to make, it's dex save 3d6.
What element was that?
It's acid.
First one in the line fails, and the second one gets a
This
natural
one.
20 for 21.
Buddies.
That's 10 points of acid damage.
So the
Wait,
first
no.
one takes the full 10, second one takes half.
And then we will see what happens with my wild magic search.
It's the audacity to look sad when I push her away.
And I regain the use of
It's
my
gonna make you
type of
feel
chaos.
like you're this horrible person.
Are you feeling okay?
30.
Imagine it's kind of like, moop,
That's nice. So you'll see what happens with wild
What?
magic search.
Okay. Alright. Is there anything else?
Nope.
Cool.
It's because it's a bonus action to cast a spell, then it's actually an action
To use
to
it.
use the breath.
Yeah.
And I have it for the next minute.
Alright. For
Make sure I took stuff so I
Geord,
don't kill my companion.
does a 15 hit your armor class?
No.
Okay.
I'm a 17.
21.
Nope.
21 doesn't hit you?
No, it hits. Yeah, yup,
Oh.
it hits.
Okay. And then the second volley, that one misses. And that one misses. So you only get one hit.
Gee.
8 points of slashing. For that one. And then one's gonna go after Zorn, the one that you attacked.
Dodge.
That one misses. Modified 20.
Yeah.
If you do that, I think a Donald Duck on the bridge. Dodge bridge.
6 points of slashing.
Which way did you do your drag first that you got more than one?
Warden?
Not any of us.
Yes.
One of them's going to attack you.
It's a sorcery thing.
Oh.
I have
Misses the first attack.
I spend sorcery points to
17 for the second
people.
one.
Okay.
18's my AC.
automatically
misses?
pass the save, and they'll automatically.
Alright,
take no
that's
damage.
their turn.
Oh.
Viord, you're up.
Alright, the one that I
Evoker.
hit last time
Evoker
was
the
damage,
same
right?
ability.
Yes.
One of my abilities only works this.
Yep.
I'm slicing them.
Quite now.
Okay, getting the other sword out, going in. That's gonna
You
be
can learn to do
16
it by a feat.
16
I don't
does
think
hit.
it's
for
necessarily
the
worth
first
it.
time, and then a whole bunch of ones I rolled. That's nice. How nice.
But
I am
there
an
is-
evoker. I took the school of evoker.
You get to do that at
One
6th
second.
level.
I'm like, what?
But you get to do it.
17
17.
total. Some of that
17
in there
damage
was-
total?
Yes. So
No, you're cool. I just want to make
Hunter's
sure I
Mark,
heard it right.
Hunter's Mark, the regular damage plus Hunter's Mark plus Horde Breaker.
Yeah, I was just making sure I heard it right.
Yep.
Oh.
And then it's vexed, so I still have advantage on my bonus action attack to use my other weapon. Which
Sticky.
will be a 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
And well, the good thing those are both 2, because I wasn't supposed to do that the second time. Or this. And that's just that's just 3 damage.
3 damage. Nice. Alright, is there anything else
At
you'd
least
like to
that
do?
track. I'm going to.
My seconds.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna stay right here now.
Okay.
I'll make it worse by trying to
Griselda?
run and get someone else hit.
I'm going to cast Witch Bolt.
Which one?
Second.
Which one? The same one you attacked last time?
Yes.
Okay. And you get advantage on this because your owl is helping you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God. Okay. 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Oh wait, it's more than 21 actually. Alright.
Sure. It'll still hit.
Yes. Because you're arrogant.
What does your witch bolt look like? We didn't ask that.
Yes,
last
you
time.
have.
Did we?
Yes, you
I don't
have.
remember us asking.
Totally have.
I don't remember it.
She did. She cast it last time and zacked the snot out of somebody. Because she rolled really well for damage.
6
6 points.
of lightning damage.
Okay.
Oops. I mean,
That was a bad roll.
yeah, that's too great.
Alright. Anything else?
You're good warrior, probably.
That's it for me.
Okay.
And then what can I do with my owl besides the help?
Honestly, not a whole lot. You need to look up Find Familiar, and then we'll tell you you can do the help action, it can dodge, there's a very limited list of.
Okay, well my owl's just gonna help me stay there. Unless somebody else needs more help. Anybody else need help?
Which one did you?
I'm starting to, worry about my safety over here, but that just means I'm pulling out the bigger hits for the next move.
Well, if I could, I would move over there. No.
Yeah, I'm an archer. I'm not supposed to be right here.
Warden?
That's true.
I agree wholeheartedly.
We're gonna take
But
another
I can't
swipe
move
at
without getting
the
whacked.
one he hit twice last time. 17 to hit.
17 does hit.
That is 10 slashing damage.
Cool. Tell me how you kill it.
Nice.
Just rake the lower feathers of one of its wings, like completely clean to the bone.
Now it can move.
And
Cover it
then
up.
he'll pivot off the rock and try to like kind of leap over this one
Okay.
landing in the middle here.
Sure.
And when he does that, he kind of tries to roar like a lion, but it probably comes out like a boar squeal. Double nines. 14 to hit.
14 does hit. Which one are you hitting? The one right below Zoran? Or?
The one right below Bjorn.
Okay.
And it's 9 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then I'll have Echo use the help action and kind of flutter around me over near Bjorn and try to help him.
Sure.
Distract one of the other harpies. That's it for me.
Cool. Alright, Zoran?
So it can do everything but attack.
I think I'm gonna take that one. Right below me.
Okay.
So it's hunting for the list. You can just do everything but attack.
But you can use you can channel your spells through it.
15 hit?
Yeah, if you needed to.
15 does hit.
Oh, sweet.
I think I've seen Griselda use any touch spells or anything like
8
that.
damage.
8 damage. Okay.
I'll hold my ground here.
Alright. Petra?
Petra is going to kind of scramble around and move over to here, above forward.
Okay.
She's going to use a bonus action to pull at that energy you've seen her do before that's kind of purplish, but it flares up, flows over, and as she uses Dragon's Breath, she would do 18 points of damage as this purple energy mixes with the green of the acid and just seems to make it explode and flare up. So I do maximum damage on my next spell.
Okay.
And it's a DC 17 dex save for half.
First one fails, second one fails.
So they take 18 acid.
Nice.
That one does.
And I also spend a point to make sure Ford doesn't take any damage.
Any other?
That's my stuff.
Alright.
Not particularly, yes.
Bjorn.
You're a farmer, Roger.
17.
17.
Yep.
Hit. 6 points of slashing damage.
Ouch.
That ends its turn. Bjorn, you're up.
I'll move Hunter's Mark to the one south of me.
Okay.
And it's been damaged before.
Yep.
Horde or Colossus Slayer is then.
Yep.
Oh wait.
Such a good one.
I got too many dice in my hand. There we go. That's only 13 to hit though.
13 does hit.
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
In that case, 10, 15, 17. Let me double check that math. Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay.
17. Little rat was radiant. We already went over the resistances. And that's my action and my I'm gonna attempt to skedaddle. 5, 10,
Are you that
15,
hurt?
20, 25, 40.
Mhm.
Wait, I can't math. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I'm not doing the greatest right this second.
Okay. He's gonna take a swipe at you as you run away.
Yeah.
Forgot to tell you with advantage.
What was it, advantage?
Your attack.
Use the help action.
Yeah, it wouldn't make much difference. I was surprised I hit though.
You take 8 points of slashing. Hey! Alright.
Well, in that case, I didn't go anywhere if I took 8 points of damage.
Oh, are you down
I
again?
can't complete my movement if I'm down. Oops.
Alright.
That's the risk I took.
Griselda?
The risk is calculated,
I
but
would've
man, I'm
killed
bad
you
at
the
math.
next round.
Oh, afraid they were going to drown me before then.
Yeah,
That's a
but you got
possibility.
Witch Bolt, so don't forget that. Witch Bolt stays active.
Oh,
Yeah, and it's a bonus action, so you can still start
So,
with
okay.
or
You just roll the damage.
wand somebody or whatever you want to do.
so I just did a 2d12.
No.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yeah, the
the-
bonus action.
Oh, it's just one?
One.
Okay.
yeah, but you don't have to roll to hit or anything. You just automatically Zaga Zaga.
Oh shit. Does that count with a lot of my dice, right?
I don't know. They're your dice. You have to decide. And the
You
rule
have to
will last
roll
forever.
in the tray.
It rolled the same exact thing anyway, so
Meant to be
5.
5.
Lightning.
Was there anything else that you wanted? Your
That was-
action?
That was my bonus action, right?
Right.
And which one's that? That one went to the one below where Bjorn was.
Yep, the
again.
one that just knocked him down as he crumples to the ground. Ooh, that's thunder.
I think it was the harness.
Was it? Brazil, shush!
Can I use my wand of magic missile?
Yeah. Yep.
And that is just
3d4.
Yep.
Plus
For
3.
one charge.
so. Can I split it up?
What are you splitting it?
There's 2 of them, right? There's 2 bad guys. So,
Oh yeah, yeah.
so I'm only gonna send. I know that guy's been hit a lot, so I'm only gonna do 1 to that
Sure.
guy, and then I'm gonna go 2 to the one under Zoran.
Yep.
And I add 1 to everything.
Yep.
So
don't switch stuff doing that.
6 damage to the one under Zoran.
Tell me how that dies.
The beam of light hits in the middle of his chest, and feathers explode everywhere.
There we go. Nice. All right.
And then 3 damage for the one.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Warden.
Claws out. The one under Zoran. That's the last one, right?
Yep.
Dirty 20.
That'll hit.
7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And if it's still up, it'll swipe again.
Yep.
Bad rolls. 13.
13 to hit. That's
Yeah.
hit.
9 slashing damage.
Okay. Anything else?
I'll just kind of circle around back here, brace up against the wall for the jump, and then I'll have Echo just kind of come closer to me and,
Okay.
and give Zoran the help action.
All right. Zoran.
I'm spoiled for choice. I think I'm gonna attack this last guy.
I think you will.
You got advantage because of Echo.
Yeah. 18 to hit.
18 does hit.
Finally. 13 damage.
13 damage. Nice. Tell me how you kill it.
They're just kind of like flying around and stuff, right?
Yeah, they're like low hovering.
As it takes like a swoop past me, I just take a swing at it and lop off a wing, and then once it's kind of crashing it on the ground, I'll turn around and stab it through the back while it's flopping around on the ground.
Nice. All right.
Is this lunch?
These ones might not be too good to eat. They're a little too feisty. But maybe yours eaten them before.
And they're also.
Couldn't
low,
tell you.
too.
I'm unconscious.
Technically, I was just telling Warden that. So I point over at yours unconscious body.
Drool.
Maybe
He might be upset you.
maybe he might like one of your
They
berries.
also might be too smart. Once things get to a certain smart, I quit eating them. Other people.
As everyone's just having a conversation,
No,
one of yours like,
I'll walk over and use a first level slot to cast
I still have berries.
Cure Light Wounds on him.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna finish bearing. I'm just gonna get him.
Well, I can't swallow
Wow.
the berries.
That is a whole 8.
Well, 8.
That was a roll crap.
I can get it down there.
Oh no.
Wizardfish shows up. That's right.
Just one long, slender vine just pushes down his throat.
It's
What
only
happened?
waste.
Keep it down.
What happened?
I have my type of chaos dice.
Where'd they go?
A little bit here, a little bit there.
And so close. Because if I roll a 20 when I cast a spell, then I get a wild magic surge. So 19. So close.
Okay. As combat has ended, you do. You don't hear any more song or wings beating.
Oh, it's the day the music died.
What would you guys like to do?
Get bored up and functional.
While
Can you feed them a bunch of berries?
while they're taking care of Yord, I want to
Everybody
just
else okay?
take a peek around the corner
Yes,
here.
we're all good.
Uh-huh.
And
We're
with
going
that
one at a
other
time.
path and see if there's any markings on the wall at the beginning of that path.
There's not, but at the end of it, you can see what looks to be like a pretty decent sized nest.
I'm gonna call back to everybody. Hey guys, I think I found their nest. Do you want to check it out?
I don't want to check it out, but I think we should check it out.
That works for me. Anybody want to come with me?
Yeah, I'll come.
Yeah.
I will watch from
Can
here.
we just destroy it from here?
There might
Yord,
have-
you stay up here and get better. We'll go look at the
They,
nest.
they might be collectors. Who knows?
I'll walk down with Warden to take a peek.
Warden will kind of
I
slow as he
will
passes
keep an
Fjord.
eye out over Overwatch. Gonna
Warden will slow down as he passes Fjord.
Are you already
And
true?
he's got
pull out this light
Clusters
crossbow
of
you never
berries.
see me use.
I'm looking
There's a cluster of 30 berries just hanging off my body, so
Where?
Where?
you know where.
Warden's got truck nuts.
No, they're just
Dingleberries.
like kind of in the joints, and like you can kind of see them gleaming when he's moving. They're in pinch points. So.
Go ahead and somebody give me an
Oh, you
investigation
pinched me.
on the
Take
nest.
12 of them.
Okay.
I won't be at full, but it'll be. Can change that decision.
Hey, not bad. 19.
19. That's
And I
pretty
can
good.
do it too.
You find 2 silver rings, bent and mismatched, clearly stolen, probably from fallen travelers. You find a blood-struck flute, and it kind of has a crack in the wood. 3 vials of perfume, a cracked monocle with a small leather case. You find a small pouch that has salted jerky in it. A tarnished locket. And 2 unusual looking harpy feathers. And 5 gold, 13 silver, and 28 copper pieces.
There any like eggs or anything like that in the nest at all?
There isn't any eggs in the
Okay. I figured you'd mention it. I just wanted
Yeah.
to double check.
They're
Um,
live born. No eggs.
Really?
No, I don't know. It just sounded gross.
you do sense a little
Could
bit
be.
of
Yeah.
magic coming from the monocle.
Well, I'm gonna gather everything up, but I'm not too worried about touching any of it. So I'm not like being careful or anything.
Use that.
And I'm gonna ask, what do you think we should do with this nest? Those creatures are dangerous, and if we leave this here, more might show up. But we're also out in the middle of the wilderness, so they're allowed to be here. What do you think we should do?
Are they?
I'm okay with leaving it.
Okay. That works for me.
I mean, nature has a way of. I don't know much about it, but like other creatures will use the nest if these creatures aren't there anymore, right?
Yes.
how it kind of works.
Yeah, broken dead trees.
We don't know whatever's going to be
homes for
next
other
is good or
things.
bad.
We don't know if it was their nest. Maybe it was something else.
Who said they were bad? They were maybe just
Well,
hungry.
they kind of come attack
They're
us
not
without so much as a how do you
I
live.
can think of plenty of animals that'll do that. That
There
would,
are people on top and animals on bottom. So I mean, ugly people.
not very
Not to
pretty either.
judge.
I've never been sang to while attacked before. That's new for me.
I've plucked out a few feathers that I'm going to try and use.
So
for
would it be
fletching on a
Arcana
bow
to
later.
know what they were?
What's that?
Is it Arcana to know what they were?
Yeah, or I'd say with Griselda's help, you could do an advantage on a history check.
But I wouldn't make a history check. I don't have history. I'm proficient in Arcana, which my Arcana would be 23 by myself.
23. Specifically, you don't know the type of creature, but you've heard of winged beasts like this luring many a men to their clutches. You've heard the name harpy before, but you also have heard a similar creature called a siren. Just that one had wings, one didn't. You can't really remember which one, as Arcana is a little different than knowledge from the books.
Oh, all my Arcana is not with learning.
Good nature check.
Just talking
Oh,
to
wow.
people and
Yeah.
picking up shit
Nature.
over time. I'm not a book
Yeah,
learner by nature. So they're creatures that lure other things to their death through song. Sirens, harpies, something like that. I assume that doesn't sound like a kind or gentle way of
Well, he's
hunting.
certainly tried to kill.
I mean,
I would think
our
to
own
one time.
Bjord here tried to wrestle that boar and then stabbed it in the forehead and
Got the boar.
slit its throat. So I'm not all that
Sounds
concerned
fun.
about how gentle the hunting they do is. If we are in their space, they had just as much right to attack us as a bear would if we had gone into a bear cage.
These things aren't natural. They're not. They're monstrosities. They're not regular. They're not meant to be here.
We didn't even know what they were 2 seconds ago.
That's what I was telling you.
But we wouldn't know that they're monstrosities. We wouldn't know they're not supposed to exist. We didn't even, we just figured out they were harpies. Like, we had no idea if those were natural creatures or not.
So what's the problem?
The problem is, only Warden and I walked down the steps there to look at the nest. We walked back up and left it alone. If anybody else wants to walk back down and knock it down, that's cool. We are back up at the top of the steps, and we were the only two that went down.
No,
Yes.
I wasn't worried about the nest.
And you asked what we should do about
I
it.
asked Warden what we should do about the nest.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you asked that before you went down.
I went down to look. I asked if we should go look or leave it alone.
well, no. Before that, you sit there and said what you should do with the bodies.
Nope.
I didn't mention bodies.
You said
The
that.
nest.
I remember you did ask. You asked what should we do with them because it might attract more monsters.
I asked
The
Warden
nest.
what we should do with the nest
Yeah.
while we walked down to the bottom of the steps.
If the nest would attract more.
Oh, I thought you were doing that above.
Yeah, I thought you did that up top.
No, I asked Warden because he's had problems with us being aggressive with things like that in the past. So I didn't want to go down there with him and
Okay.
be like, hey, I'm wrecking this nest now. Don't, you know.
I think we already did the damage. Like, the nest is kind of an afterthought at this point. You can leave it, or probably best to leave it. Something else can make a home out of it.
All right.
Come up and
I'm still trying to figure out why I'm good at Arcana and Intelligence. I don't know what's giving me bonuses to that because I shouldn't be that good at it.
Go here. I don't know. So
Is
you're,
there
gotta
anything
be-
else you guys
you were
want to do?
programmed with
features.
knowledge that you don't quite, you have access to just databases in your head somewhere. You don't know what you know.
Oh, here it is.
Do I know anything about the carving on the?
Oh.
Like, could I do an Arcana on that or
You could do it.
history?
You could do a history.
I'm not
I'll say you could do a history, but you could also use the ledger to see if there's anything in there that would kind of give you.
Okay. I will do that
Just a d20 roll with history.
Modified 20.
Modified 20. As you're looking through the ledger, you find it's kind of faded and not prominent. But as you kind of look through it with daylight now shining down on the pages, you can see what looks like it says Order Philosophy. The Order of the Vile Bloom believes that true purification can only come through transformation. Members are ordered to harvest the tainted blood, venom, and organs of monstrosities, aberrations, and cursed beings, refining them into an alchemical-laced mutagen. Each hunter of this order is a walking experiment, a field grown, born of evolution or suffering and knowledge. They also refer to themselves not as knights or hunters, but as grafts, beings altered by necessity, dictating to ensure no one else must undergo the horrors they endured.
What were they called? The Order of the what?
Vile
Vile
bloom.
bloom.
Vile Bloom. And don't try and Google it, because I made it up.
I came up with a Pokemon. The Vile Bloom.
That's what you got.
So I tell them that I found this in the ledger. It sounds like some wild shit is coming up ahead.
That's disturbing.
Wilder.
Right, wilder.
Oh boy. Maybe I do need to eat more berries.
But hey, we're going the right way. We found the symbol. It's in the book.
That's right.
Well, let's continue on then.
Alright. As the light begins to fade, as you guys are continuing your journey through the cliffs, probably about another 15 or 20 minutes, you guys can see what looks to be like an opened area as you come around a bend and kind of look down. As the light starts to begin to fade, you can see what looks to be like a jagged black silhouette molded from the very mountain itself. It towers carved directly into the cliff in stone, and you can see what looks to be like a glowing, faint, with ever-burning sigils of an order banner, tattered, flying above what looks to be like a fortress entrance that is in the crevasse of this mountain. As you look down into the trail that you guys can see before you, there is a old rope bridge off into the distance. As you begin to walk down, getting closer to this bridge, you can see time has not been kind to this bridge, as the rope looks faded, not rotted or falling apart, but definitely color is not that of a hemp rope that you guys are used to. Looks more grayed and worn by the weather as the wind kind of blows. You can see a couple of the rope lattices that are holding the bridge have kind of either been frayed or snapped all together, and the wind kind of causes the whole bridge to kind of sway with it as there's a ravine probably about 40 or so feet across for this bridge. On the other side you can see another one of the symbols kind of carved not too faintly directly across from the bridge, with what looked to be like an old brazier of some sort, taken by time itself, as it's rusted and kind of cracked and falling apart. What would you guys like to do?
So is that our only way to get?
To get
Across.
across to the.
I cast artery.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that means that I receive an omen about something that's going to happen if we take a certain course of action in the next 30 minutes. And you get to choose the omen from the omens table.
How do you think she does it? Like rolling bones or tea leaves?
Yeah.
You don't have to think about it right now, but
She does it with magic.
Where the hell is the omen table?
I don't know, I have it right here.
if I round up or down for wild shape duration, it's like half my. It just says half my druid level. Is it 1 or 2?
I
hours?
want to say it's up,
2 hours.
but I don't remember off the top of my head. It's always well, technically it's always round down unless it says otherwise.
1 hour.
It's just the 4 things. Right?
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Six.
It's not open, okay?
You see leaves swirl up in your mind as a wind, like a tornado, swirls around it, causing the leaf to be shredded.
So not good?
Take it how you want.
Somebody have rope and tie people off? How far across is it?
It's about 40 feet.
Okay.
I have some rope. Unspecified length of rope.
My specified length is 0. I have no.
Here you go.
I have a robe. No robe. Sorry.
Yeah, I got one of those too.
Very short rope. Prison rope.
Yeah, prison robe. Oh.
Okay, so about 75-ish feet. Sorry.
Which trying to figure out how to fix the bridge. 'Cause my omen was not good.
How long's the bridge?
How far?
75 feet.
75 feet. That's way too much. Rope is not gonna. I was
How
gonna
far
say we could,
down
like,
is it
tie
to that
off.
other ledge, if it is indeed an accurate map? There's a ledge under the bridge there. That goes to yet another bridge, which is much shorter.
That's when I in high school.
I'd say that was probably about
Really?
40 or
Yeah,
so
down the
feet.
bridge.
So is it not that far down?
Yeah. It's
Okay, so we can just
small
climb
hop
down
and
there
skip
and
down.
go to the shorter bridge that we actually have a rope that will reach across.
Yeah.
Should have dreamed of a spider last night. Could be a spider arm that goes back. All my
That
forms
would
are
be
big.
cool.
All my forms are big. Except for the weasel.
Okay. Yeah, you guys are able to find an anchor point to tie the rope and climb down onto that ledge. As everyone starts to file down, it is a narrow path, just wide enough for one person. Can I get everyone to make an acrobatics or athletics check?
Probably not. Oh, okay, that's a decent number.
About that time of year again. Almost got me.
Okay. April,
23.
23 is good.
17.
That's good.
17?
17.
17? 17?
8.
8. Not so good. As
Line's pretty wide.
as you jump down after trying to use the rope,
Do the
you-
lions have a climb speed? I know some of the cats do, but I
No,
don't
just
know.
50 feet of speed. It's another
as you're trying to use your paws as hands to climb down, your back legs aren't catching purchase.
Mhm.
As they do, you start to slide down. I'd say you'd probably be in between Zoran and Fjord going down. Right?
Sure.
Okay. Zoran and Fjord, you can make a dexterity save to try and catch him.
Sorry, bud.
Sorry. Sorry, bud.
I rolled a 5, but it comes out at 12.
That's good.
You don't have to apologize.
Hey, guess what?
Metal line.
Not me either.
Okay. As you kind of you're flailing like freaking Mufasa from the Lion King. You kind of get to the edge and you're kind of just hanging on. I'll give you
A chance to bounce.
strength check to try and pull yourself up at the ledge of the edge there.
Gee, Billy.
As a lion.
What if can I make this check and then as a backup use a bonus action if it doesn't work to shapeshift into a weasel, use my other wild shape to shapeshift into a weasel because it doesn't work?
Yeah.
Like as I'm scrambling and
Sure.
The door shut for those though.
not great. 12 strength.
So you're gonna have a conference. What do you think? Remember that? I don't know. Nice out there.
As you are starting to slip and fall, you shift into your animal shape, into a weasel. You kind of slide down with your claws dug in to the side. You get probably about 5 or 10 feet as everyone's kind of rushing over the edge, and you're slowly climbing your way back up as your weasel form has a climb speed. With the rest of the party helping you climb back up, you do use your other wild shape.
Okay. Imagine there's like lengths of greenery getting cut off to shave weight as he's going from a large down to like a small. Just trim the bush.
Yes, but now we can throw you across. should try. Weasels are like cats.
Gotta
They
get
have
our
good
boots.
landing ability. And much more throwable than a cat.
I have threatened to give many a cat flying lessons.
Threatened. My cat's learned what it's like to be at football sometimes. Not
The
really.
Lord eat it, and the Lord yoink it for it.
Yeah.
All right. As you guys make your way over to the other bridge, it is a little bit better as it's not exposed directly up higher to more of the element and wind, and it's a smaller bridge, so it does look a little bit sturdier. The rope still looks worn, but you don't see any of the stanchions that are supposed to be holding it up rope-wise are torn or tattered. As you guys cross over it, a couple of the planks do kind of have some dry rot feel to them, but they're easily sidesteppable. Ensuring not to jump on any of the wood and cause it to crack. You guys are pretty careful getting across. As you do, again, it is still kind of narrow. As you guys begin to walk, the wind does blow and kind of push you up against the wall, pinning you there for moments, as the wind gusts can be kind of strong. As you guys get to the small little trail that leads up, you can feel the wind just being stronger. As one of you kind of peeks up, you can see what looks to be like a swirling dust devil of wind kind of starting to form as you are walking up. After a few moments of climbing up, you can see as you come up to the plateau a creature start to form.
Oh, dang.
It looks like this. As a cyclone of wind starts to take shape and bear down upon you all. You guys can move over here.
Annoying. I keep getting hit by this fucking poison things.
I wish you could move your character with the hand and the pointer, because I keep having the pointer
I
and the
know,
map,
it
and then I gotta
used
switch
to-
back and forth.
It used to be able to do that. I can use my mouse to scroll up and down though, so that's kind of helpful. Alright, and I'll give you guys a free turn, as I didn't really notice you guys until you guys had come up.
That's good. I was already sucks. Oh, yeah. Oh no, the wind's blowing a little too hard.
Wait, why is Bond blessed?
We don't have a bond in this game.
Or Viord?
Vild? Vild Fortu? The ranger?
Okay. What would you guys like to do?
I'm just spending a bonus action to convert the spell into metamagics.
Okay.
I'm just hiding as a weasel.
Give me 2
Okay.
metamagics back.
Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Is your nemesis a baboon?
19.
Yep, you feel pretty well hidden as you're kind of hiding behind rock formation.
Back into weasel into a crevice. If you will.
Nice. Alright. Griselda?
Can I cast false sight on myself?
Yep, you most certainly can.
Are you star
8.
cartoon?
8.
Temporary hit points.
8 temporary hit points. Perfect.
Do you remember that show from Count
Lauren?
Jordan, I Am Weasel short that they had with it?
Mhm.
Zora?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to talk to this thing, so I'll let everybody else go first if they want to go.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna try and talk to
I
it,
did the
I
only
should
thing I
not
did.
cast my attack spell.
What do you say?
I'm just gonna walk up to it and I try not to judge a book by its cover. You don't look too friendly. I'm sure we don't look too friendly. But
Oh, she's inside.
unless you have a problem with us just getting out of here, that's what we're planning on doing is getting out of here.
As it kind of looks at you, its wind facial features kind of coming in and out of aspect. Kind of like the Riddick. You remember where her face kind of like is there, but it kind of has that like haze from when she's over on the wind. It's kind of what it looks like as it's kind of looking at you, and it gets down kind of to your face, and its mouth opens. As it's looking like it's going to try and lunge at you.
Well, I tried.
You see
Okay,
a
so
tiny weasel
so
come
go
up.
ahead
Good
and
job.
see if I can explode it. Continue. That's cool with you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And the spell's concussion. It's a blast of air. I would call it firecracker.
Okay.
It's a DC 13 con save. You don't magic that hard.
Nope, it fails.
And if you had just listened, your face wouldn't have exploded.
Oh, it didn't explode that hard. It's 2 whole damage. And it makes a loud sound, can be heard 100 feet. It's a sudden increase in air pressure. So, like
I still would not want that happening
You
to
see,
me.
you see part
my
of
face.
this creature kind of dissipate
And that was just death.
and cause an explosion, which then kind of gets caught in its cyclone for a moment.
Thunder damage, that's what it's called.
As it looks at you all, it starts to hover and move forward as the tornadoed end tail kind of zigzags across the stone, getting closer to you all. Go ahead and have everybody roll initiative.
Okay, everybody, roll initiative. Tell me what you do next.
I didn't do it too early. Just
I
trying to
see.
save time.
Yeah, I see it.
I'm trying to decide if I actually want to go this early.
Oh yeah, we can swap now, can't we? I thought the new rules you can
No,
swap.
only if you have alert.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, I
There's a
remember
feat
that
to
now.
let you do it, which is cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that would have been
Son of a-
useful last fight. Not a
By
heartbeat.
Tides of
but-
Chaos, it rolled double 19.
I'll have to remember that.
Making sure they don't go directly after me when I'm
Yeah.
knocking them prone.
Okay.
What that's
I think we started on that side last time.
17.
17. Good puppy. You good puppy.
Barely.
I mean, you're begging, but that's to be expected.
Screwed me over and made me go first. I don't want to go first.
Well, action.
No. Fuck. I said
Ah, I actually just wanted to use my Tides of Chaos because if I use it and then I
Yours?
cast the spell with the slot,
I got an 11. Now I'm on there twice.
Oh, yeah, I got you. Okay, Griselda.
Modified one.
So,
Warden.
Natural
You roll
20
off.
for 23.
roll.
I swear to God, I used to go to sword.
We both have 20s.
I used to go to sword.
I have a
Cafe,
1.
I swear to
so
God.
Petra.
We're deciding. Hold on. Yeah, it's
6.
6. So. It is. I'm after Griselda with a 20. We just apparently like to roll the same numbers a lot.
Move on down here. As he is a large creature, as he's moving, you kind of just hear the wind howling as he gets closer to you. It's kind of like I don't know if anyone's ever been near or been through a hurricane, but like the winds that come from that as they're whipping through the houses and everything like that. That just that sound.
The wet vortex football.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like a train.
Yeah, like a train. Alright, it's gonna make its first attack. $18 to hit. That is your armor class.
Who?
For Zorn.
Oh.
The second one misses. That'll be 9 points of bludgeoning.
Ouch.
Alright. And that ends his turn. Warden.
Warden will peek his little weasel head out with the little crevice he's in and cast Starry Wisp. So I can do that in shapeshift form now.
Sure.
Because I'm hidden with advantage.
Yep.
25 to hit.
That will hit.
1 radiant damage.
Okay.
I don't think I can bonus action anything. I'll just back up into the hole that I'm in. That's all I can do.
Okay. Griselda.
I'm going to cast Frostbite
Oh, nice.
on it. So it has to make a.
Oh, sorry. Before we do that, is there anything you wanted Echo to do?
Oh, a good question.
Not get blown away.
Yeah. Can I see Petra from where I'm at? Well, I guess that.
I mean, Echo can be there.
Yeah. Not sure what type of help Echo can give at this point. So I guess I'll have him kind of hover behind Griselda out near me and just help her however he can.
Okay. Alright. And then Griselda, you're gonna have cast Frostbite. I need to make a dex save.
Con 14.
It fails.
Uh, 4 cold damage.
Okay. Does it do anything else?
It just says it has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's gonna be it for me. And then
Your owl.
my owl is going to go up with Fjord and help him.
Okay.
Because last time he almost died.
Okay. Petra.
Petra is gonna cast Tasha's Mind Whip on it, so it's actually bonus action, Sorcery Incarnation, so I pull that purple energy again. And it's a DC 17 intelligence save. Or it takes psychic damage.
Damn. And it rolled pretty good, but it's got fucking horrible
So I'm
stats.
gonna use a
So it fails.
meta magic to re-roll that.
Okay.
Oh, 1s and 2s to 5s and 6s.
Nice.
So 15 psychic, and on its doesn't have any reactions. On its turn, it can move, take an action, or a bonus action, but not all. Only
Okay.
one of those things.
Perfect.
Cool.
And then I have a wild magic surge. And let's see what happens.
Does your Tasha's Mind Whip have a physical manifestation?
It probably has like a little bit of that purple energy that, but it's just since it's mostly mental, it's just kind of a wispy.
So like we kind of maybe catch it out of the corner of our eye, but not.
And then that purple energy flares up again, and I will cast Chromatic Orb at it because I get another action
Nice.
at first level.
Still good.
Throw my Chromatic Orb, and since I did my Sorcery Incarnation, I do so at advantage. So that is a 24.
That hits.
Then it will do acid damage, because that's what I like. Then it will do 16 points of acid damage.
Okay.
Getting all the good stuff on the wrong magic.
Alright. Zorn? Unless, sorry, was there...
No, I'm just.
Okay.
That was my bonus action, and I don't think I need to move. Because hopefully. I'm far enough. Well, I would have moved up a little bit to be able to see it.
So I'm gonna look up at the big guy here and be like, now I was talking to you and cast Compelled Duel on him.
Nice.
And he's got to beat a Wisdom saving throw DC 15.
Okay. Is there any restriction on intelligence or anything like that?
Not that it says here. No. It says you try to compel a creature into a duel.
Okay. Yeah, it fails.
So it can't move more than 30 feet away from me. It gets disadvantage if it tries to attack anybody else. And then that stops if I attack a different creature. Spell ends if you make an attack roll against a creature other than the target. If you cast a spell on an enemy other than the target. If an ally of yours damages the target, or if you end your turn more than 30 feet away from the target.
So if somebody else damages it, it can make the save again, or it just
I
ends?
think it ends.
Oh yeah, it does just end.
Okay.
Misread
Do
that.
you say something to let us know that? Like it's mine or something?
I don't know. I feel bad keeping you guys out of the fight. I misread the
That's
spell.
exactly what
So
that spell's
I
supposed to
know,
do.
I know.
This gives me a
I
reason
want
to back
it.
up.
I'm
Okay.
happy. I
Okay.
can finish, so-
Boys probably put them through that training like that.
Let me handle this guy by myself for a minute.
Okay.
Look.
I'll attack. Because that's a bonus action.
Yep.
Gonna attack him with not great. Not great. Maybe though. 21.
That does it.
Sweet. Still 12 damage.
Nice.
And that's all I can do.
Okay. Vior.
I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on it.
Okay.
This time it looks a little different. He doesn't get his thing out. He doesn't.
No, you were quick enough and you threw your hands up real quick.
That's the wrong table to say that at, buddy.
You're not raw dogging it, are you?
Raw dog and the mosquitoes.
Oh man.
Okay, so
He just uses the verbal components because that's all it has, and you see the little mote of fire. The fire giant just mark it
Okay.
as it, and then that'll tell me if he has vulnerabilities that I need to worry about.
Vulnerability.
Mostly, I'm like, can I shoot a ball of wind? Does that work?
No, he doesn't have any vulnerabilities.
doesn't have any.
Or resistances?
Okay.
Resistance,
I mean,
vulnerabilities,
yeah, immunities.
and immunities.
So you get all of those, or you just have to pick one.
No, you know whether the creature has any immunities, resistance, vulnerabilities, and if the creature has any, you know what they are.
Okay. So you know he's resistant to lightning, thunder, damage, immunities, poison, and he can't be exhausted, grappled, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, prone, restrained, or unconscious.
Okay. I will disengage. No, not back all the way up on the broken bridge. Back most of the way up.
That's the bridge we avoided.
And be like, don't bother with thunder and lightning. He's already very, very frightening. Just get my bow ready, and that's my bonus in my action.
Okay.
Almost
Alright, it's his turn. He has disadvantage on the attack against Zorn.
Nope. On everybody else.
No,
Everybody, yep.
no, she
'Cause of
gave.
mine.
Cause
Oh, okay, nice.
No.
Nice.
Yeah, we've done our thing.
And he misses the first attack. And misses the second attack.
Sick. Awesome.
So, Warden?
Thank you.
Warden will exit the hole as a weasel and scramble over to where Zoran's at.
Mhm.
and kind of climb up on the wall behind him and reach out and just kind of swipe at his cloak and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Uh, 10 healing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I guess I'll circle around and just kind of get up next to this guy as a weasel.
Okay.
And I'll have Echo transfer from Griselda over to where we're at, so we have a third body just kind of hovering.
To give advantage.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's it for me.
All right. Since we don't have them on the field, I'm gonna put this symbol on them. It's got the 3 swords, so that way you guys know he's flanked.
Okay.
So like a condition.
Nice.
All right, Griselda.
I'm going to cast Corrupting Ichor.
You're gonna attack it.
Can
I mean, you can,
You can, but Zoran called the.
because he did the compelling duel. So if you
Oh,
hit
I
it,
can't do it.
Well, you can. It ends the compelling duel when you do that. That's why
You
I'm
messing
asking.
with his fancy magic. And that is paladin, I think.
So then do I just?
You can do what's called a hold action. You can hold your action to when compelling duel ends and then cast Ichor,
Okay.
if you'd like to do that.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
I don't want to stop anybody from attacking. If Griselda wants to
No.
attack him,
No, you're doing your thing. We support that. You're being in front and
I didn't know
not
how that
dying.
works.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
I
I
was
just
like,
wanted to make sure that's what you wanted to
it's like with Kaz, it was really easy for me to. I just stood in front of this stuff, but
do.
I'm not tanky enough to just stand there now. So
Hey, Eric, you should be tankier than Cass.
Alright. So you're gonna hold your action. What about your owl? You gonna do
I
anything?
don't know about that.
No.
Well, you're
No.
trading
Okay.
healing yourself instead of being
Petra?
able to absorb lots of damage. Petra, run up and go. You got the Zorn and cast resistance on Zorn.
Okay.
So you, D4 from bludgeoning, I think is what it was doing.
Yes.
Or what it looked like, backing him with the wind. So you minus a D4 from bludgeoning the damage. And I will assume it might have reach. So I just stand there like really behind Zorn.
Okay.
Like I do a lot of shoulder holding, but sometimes the shoulder holding is
You're like dodging.
with my weak hand. I'm trying to push.
Dodging.
You gotta use your strong
Gotta
arm.
use your strong hand.
Dodging the cape and
But
like
my eight
snaps from the
strength-
wind.
My 8 strength is going. I don't think I'm moving forward. But he can feel it on his back of like trying to keep you between me and it.
Zorn.
What attack? Ooh, almost not 20. 24.
That'll hit.
Uh, 11 damage.
11 damage. Nice. Anything else? You can add a smite to that.
Yeah, I know.
Sound like word empower now.
Just do a little extra damage.
Yeah, that's what I was on about. But I'm gonna use my special paladin free divine smite on that.
Yep.
And that's 1d8. Oh wait, 2d8. Is it a fiend or undead?
It is not.
I was gonna take 8 radiant damage.
Radiant damage. Nice. Alright. Bjord.
Fjord digs in, pulls his bow back, and says, "Say when." Holds action until compel duel's open to fire with my bow.
Okay.
With all these dice I'm gonna be rolling.
Alright.
I'm gonna
Does
go
not
on.
have disadvantage anymore. I'll take its first swipe. $22 to hit for the first one,
Yes.
and the second one is a miss.
Okay, I have to make a concentration check. How do those work again?
Then just roll a d20. Anything over, or anything
Roll d20.
Anything
Get at
less
least
than
a
10.
10.
Yeah.
Double the number, because it's a con save. Double the number, and that's how much damage you can take.
What if you don't get a 10?
You lose concentration.
Well,
But
guess
don't
what?
forget. Huh?
What?
Did you fail?
I mean, I got less than a 10.
Add your con. It's a con save.
Oh, say that's right. Duh.
Yeah, it's a con save.
I'm gonna go back to playing the barbarian.
It's not hurt.
Nah, still, even with the set.
Well, then you lose compelled loose.
Yeah. So you're gonna take 9 points of bludgeoning damage, and you can roll your d4.
Yeah.
Hopefully you're rolling better this week.
Yeah, a little bit. 2.
Last
I'd
week,
say.
I think it was nothing
So
but
so
points.
compelling duel has ended, which were the triggers
No, yeah,
for
you
both
do.
of you.
Yeah, you were first.
So you get
Can
to,
they tell that compelled dude?
I imagine,
He knows because he knows he lost concentration.
I imagine like he probably has like
I mean, it might have cool visual effects.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I imagine compelling duel has like a glowing effect, like on the eyes or something like that, or eye sockets.
Yeah,
That
I just picture.
We're just really locked in.
I just two
Like an
fists
anime.
appear above them and then just
Like a line of
they
light
go,
connecting you.
Yeah.
Connection with a capital
No,
C.
it's
Our-
PS. How about versus?
Yeah.
If you were watching a cartoon, we're just drawing way better than the rest of you guys.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I have 5 fingers again. Must be time.
So
My eyes have pupils.
I'm no longer 8-bit. Let's go.
Still a weasel.
10 to hit.
10 to hit does not hit. Sorry. So yours misses.
Yep.
Is yours?
Let's see. Nope, I'm gonna hit. That's gonna be 25.
No, I'm sorry, that misses.
Dang, I'll go home now. I'm going full in on it. With my fire blast thing. So
Fire
let's see.
blast.
That's gonna be 18 plus 7. So I just did this. It's 25.
25.
25 total.
You're going giant angry.
Radiant and fire in there.
Tell me how you kill it.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
A big explosive, like as it comes in with the extra fire giant stuff, it just and then overheats it and it sputters out.
Creates a whirlwind of fire.
Yeah.
Alright, as the wind starts to
fire,
dissipate
fire.
and the heat starts to simmer down,
He's a cool monster.
as flames descend up into the air and dissipate. The fight has ended.
So I go, what was that? And making a Arcana roll.
And I'm just
So you
watching
figure
as
out
my
what that
arrow
was?
goes.
Now the fight's over. I'm like,
I get that one back.
I'll assist.
what do you think it was? And I say Goblin. Oh, that's actually a good number. 24.
Yeah, you would know that pretty easily as an air elemental.
I just want my character to know what I know.
Yep.
Some stinking lizard's been mucking around.
That was my nickname in high school. Stink wizard.
I give you a little history lore dump, but they're just
Yeah, they're elemental.
elementals of wind. They're finicky, sometimes angry.
I've
And-
been into elementals too.
Are we far enough up in the mountains so far that they're like torrential wind and stuff that kind of?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's kind of where some of them were created. And shit,
Yeah.
From what little I know.
So as you ascend up to the top of this hill, cresting over, you can see the entrance a little clearer as you look through this crack that's massive into the side of the mountain. You can see what looks to be like torches still
Is that your
embering
nickname too?
further back.
Crack in the mountain.
Kind of
Massive
creating,
crack.
creating a pretty decent glow. Not
Only during my
torches,
former
I'd say
internship.
probably like flaming braziers as the fires look kind of bright from far away. As you guys begin to ascend into this crevasse, you can see more carvings as you guys begin to walk along. You can see what looks to be like a depiction of individuals in robes that look emaciated, young, and at one point maybe even in shackles, as individuals in front of them wearing armor and whatnot are kind of like shepherding them as they get in. You can see another carving of what looks to be like them kind of being fed and nourished and sitting around other individuals in the carvings. As you continue through this corridor, you can see there looks to be like more depictions of them drinking a liquid, and then some of them changing and shifting, some of them becoming gnarled looking creatures with long arms and fanged maws as they have more of a snout, kind of reminiscent of Warden changing shape in some of the depictions, some of them turning still human, but facial features are changed as one of them depicts the eyes kind of this no more pupils and kind of have this ethereal look to them in the depiction. As you guys get to the end, you can see what looks to be like another individual pointing out, and some of these hooded individuals now wearing armor and going forth. As you near the entrance to the keep, this is what you can see from far away. It is a giant bridge leading to a keep. Built of stone. Can you guys?
Nope. None of us.
Close my eyes.
I hit refresh, but sometimes
No.
sometimes it's special.
Put on my robe and whisper hat.
Cast magic missile against darkness.
Uncooperative magic.
And there's these little pinpricks. Oh, I can click
represent
one.
two different
Oh
things.
my god.
I know.
I clicked it, but it didn't do anything. I don't know what it is. It's got a lock on it. Look, a server.
Wow.
Oh no.
Oh, it is.
There we go.
So we only had the lock on the front door, is all we could see.
Oh man.
Hell yeah.
Brother.
Oh, and we're on, I assume, that by the breakers on the far side of the bridge.
We're on back up. And
Yep,
lunch.
and that's where we'll end tonight's session. Because I think next week Megan should be back, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
We're at the
but
beginning.
how long have we been going? Like,
In
has
game.
it been? Oh, like in game.
Yeah, this is
Since
the,
our last-
the sun setting as you guys.
Oh,
are
okay,
walking.
so we're gonna probably a long rest before we go in. I hope.
It's up to you guys.
I think it's been playing.
No, that's what it says. I hope we get a good night's
But-
sleep.
But before we
Including
end,
my one spell slot.
Fjord, as you see the keep, you kind of feel this gnawing, this pull that almost beckons you. It almost feels like a whisper of home. Not like home in the forest, but like a place where a part of you belongs. And that's where we'll end the session, is you having
Do
that
we
feeling looking over this massive keep.
With a passive inside of 13, do we notice that? I wouldn't be looking for it, but would I just notice it?
I would say you probably sit there and you see him kind of,
Looking at the castle.
I'd
Yeah,
definitely
looking at
be
the castle.
muttering about what's the government putting in the water.
yeah. It is a,
Not government out
the
here.
keep is a 2-story keep.
Look at that building. That's a government building.
It does look like a government building. I will give you that.
And who knows what secrets lie within.